This is the plaintiff, Robert Locavara. He says he parked his car at a hotel parking lot and was plowed in after a huge snowstorm. The hotel supplied a worker to help him dig it out. The guy slipped, and when he did, the spoiler on his car was ripped off and broken. When he asked the hotel manager for reimbursement, he was told they aren't responsible for an employee's actions. Huh? He's suing for $715, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Donald. He says he's the maintenance engineer at the hotel, and he went outside to help the guy get his car out. The plaintiff was supposed to back out of the spot as he pushed, but drove forward instead, causing him to fall, and his arm banged the spoiler. The louse then drove off without even apologizing. Now he's suing? Outrageous. He's accused of spoiling a guy's day.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff parked his car at a hotel parking lot and it got snowed in. A worker at the hotel tried helping him and ruined the spoiler, but the defendant says the plaintiff caused his own damage. It's the case of spoiler alert.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Robert Locavara.
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing Donald. You've asked us not to mention your last name for $715 that you say he did in damages to your car when he was trying to help you. Tell me what happened.
I was parked at the hotel, and they have a park and fly. We park the car there, and then you go to the Islip Airport and leave it there for the time you're on vacation.
Okay.
When I returned...
Where'd you go?
Miami.
For what?
To get out of the winter that we had here. So
this hotel that you parked at has this park and ride
Park
thing.
and fly, yes.
Park and fly, I mean, yeah.
And the day after the Super Bowl, you had a huge snowstorm here, so the flight was canceled. Wednesday, I was supposed to come back, and you had an ice storm, so that was canceled. So I came back on Thursday. When I returned, I went back.
Where would you rather be, in an ice storm? Here or in Miami?
I'd rather be in Miami, yes.
Right, me too.
So when I returned, the hotel had plowed the snow in the parking lot, and they plowed the cars into the parking lot. There was a pile of snow behind my car, maybe 18 inches, 20 inches tall. Because of the ice storm, the snow was like a rock. So I have a front-wheel drive car, and I have pictures here where you parked nose first, where the curb is like towards you. So I tried to back out. As I got back out...
That's where the little ice thing is?
The ice was behind the car.
Wait, okay, that's a lot more than 20 inches where your hand was. How tall was the ice? Okay.
That high.
All right.
I tried to back out. I couldn't get out. And then I tried to go back in. I was stuck. So I went inside. I told the person behind the desk. I asked him for a shovel. A couple of minutes later, the defendant came out with a shovel. He tried to dig the car out, and the ice was so hard that he was having trouble. So I said, maybe we ought to push it back in to the spot so you can dig the snow out. So he said, okay. So I got in the car, I pushed it back in, he pushed the car back into the spot. I got out of the car, and he said, we had a problem. I said, what happened? And he handed me this. This is the spoiler that was on the back trunk.
Okay, that's on the back of the car?
That's on the trunk of the car, yes.
Okay.
So I took it and
now the spoiler is that thing that is up in the air?
It goes across the back of the car like that.
And it's attached, okay.
It's plastic.
Yeah.
I have pictures if you want.
Yeah, let me see the pictures. Okay, go on.
So I took the spoiler and I put it in the trunk. The defendant then dug the snow out enough for me to get out. And I went home. All right, on Friday, February 7th, I called the general manager of the hotel and explained to them what had happened. The general manager said, go get an estimate on the damage to the car. On Tuesday...
And it's how much, $715?
$715.
All right, do you have the estimate? May I see it?
You need the, yes.
Yeah, I need the estimate. On Tuesday?
On Tuesday, February 11th, I called the assistant manager up and asked her if she received the estimate, and she said yes. And she said, we're not paying for it.
On account of what, did she say?
No.
What happened?
How you doing, Your Honor?
Hi.
On February 6th, this gentleman came into the hotel. I'm a maintenance engineer. He had backed himself onto, it was approximately 3.5 feet high of snow and ice. And at that point, so he was trying to get out of the hotel. I guess he was in a hurry to get home. I don't know where he was going with all that snow, but...
I don't know why the hotel...
I think he should have
Who's responsible
asked.
for the plowing?
Our plow plowed the park and fly area and just the main entranceways. We're not responsible for cars. And I have,
No, but whose idea was it to plow in a way that created a 3-foot wall so people can't get their car out? That's kind of...
well, it was our responsibility after the plow company created that. It was somewhat of a disaster. They did the best they could. There was a few spaces that were definitely should have been plowed back on, but that's why I was assigned to help shovel out individuals that asked for assistance.
Right.
He at first did not ask for assistance. He plowed himself onto the snowbank.
You mean he backed himself
Yeah,
onto...
when he got stuck, he asked for assistance. At which point I came out. I tried everything with the shovel to get him loose. He had jammed his whole car underneath the snow. So at that point, he suggested, could I help push his car forward from the rear, pushing forward? At that point, I already explained to him that I could not be responsible for damages to the vehicle.
Did you really? Did you say, I will not, I will push your car, but I
to-
won't be responsible for the damages? Watch this. Did he say that?
No, ma'am.
No, because people don't do that. You're just, this is your job. A, you're doing your job, but B, you're a nice guy and you're trying to help the guy out of his problem, and of course, it's a problem that your employer created, but when you push the car, I don't think he meant from the spoiler, because it would crack off. I think he meant push the car from below the spoiler.
But, Your Honor, what actually happened is he went into reverse instead of forward, causing me to slip. And if you see the size of me and the size of the vehicle, I slipped and hit approximately the area of his spoiler, okay?
Step back and
At which point...
He reared into you?
he
Instead
went
of going
into-
forward?
instead
Wasn't
of
the whole
going
idea that
forward,
you were
he went
pushing him
into
forward?
reverse. He went
Did
into
you rear
reverse.
into him?
No, ma'am.
Causing me to slip and hit his spoiler.
Did you go to the hospital? I mean, did you get...
I didn't go to the hospital, I went to my doctor
Do you have any evidence of
after
that?
work. Yes, I do.
Can I see that?
I
Oh, is
submitted
that here?
that already.
Okay. So it shows you had an X-ray. What day did this happen?
February 6th.
February 6th, but your X-ray wasn't until March 10th.
Yeah,
By
it
that
takes-
point, had you filed a lawsuit? When did you file your
February
lawsuit?
28th. I have the receipt.
February 28th. So
I have
if
the
the lawsuit
receipt
gets
right
filed
there.
February 28th, on March 10th, you go to see a doctor. Did you
Yes,
see a
ma'am.
doctor after this happened?
I saw a doctor after that happened.
Can I see proof of that?
I don't have any evidence of that.
So do you believe that the worker, before he pushes the car out of the snowbank, says, by the way, we're not responsible for damage?
No, I think that's a canned answer from upper management.
Well, no, but do you believe he said it or he's making it up now?
No, I don't think he said that. I think he was just being a good Samaritan trying to help.
Well, he works for the hotel. He's got a dog in the fight. Do you think he would have said something like that to somebody after they caused the problem?
No, he would not have said that.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear, right? Going inside the courtroom.
All right, so go ahead.
So at that point, I was a little agitated that this gentleman did not even ask me if I was okay. And I had to be polite to him because, I work at the hotel. I have to follow protocol, and I do
Did you
have
say
to
to
tell
him,
everyone.
we have a problem, look what happened when I pushed, or whatever he said you said?
I did say that.
Okay. How come you didn't
but I
say,
thought
dude, you almost ran me over, you knocked me over, and...
Yeah, well, he stopped because it was obviously...
Did you ever say you almost ran me over?
No, I did not say that because that wouldn't
When was
be
the
polite.
first time you heard the theory that you almost ran me over, you backed out?
About 90 seconds ago.
Why is a hotel not here?
Well,
Whatever, right?
I
But you
agree.
know what I'm saying, right? Like it's
I
kind
do
of...
know what you're saying.
It's kind of Bush League that they throw you to the wolves and... Not that I'm
Well,
for
I mean, they
wolves.
looked at, corporate lawyer and my general manager looked at the evidence that I had, and they conferred that I had enough evidence.
Yeah, well, you know what? They're wrong.
Okay.
Because here's what we got, honey. We've got, I understand, you called yourself a good Samaritan, but it's really kind of your job because your people at the hotel botched it and snowed people into an ice wall. So he comes in and says, you got to help me out. And you say, that's my job. I'm going to go out there and help you out. And I'm sure you're a super nice guy, so don't get me wrong when I say that. But then when you're helping him out, you break that thing. And then your testimony is, well, he backed into me. That's how it happened. But you admit that you never said that to him. And what you said to him instead was, we got a problem. Look what happened when I pushed you. And it's an accident. It's a couple $100. It's an accident. It's nobody's fault. That's why I kind of think it's, I gotta imagine they said, don't worry, do your best and we'll back you up, we'll pay, whatever. I have to imagine they said that, because if not, you gotta go find somebody else to work for, because they're really, really just not good employers if they didn't say that to you. I'm hoping they told you that and then said, shh, keep it a secret, whatever. But I gotta tell you, I'm just kind of stunned that they throw you in here alone. And, you know, and he did, I know that you tried to go through the hotel. You first tried to go through the hotel over and over, and they said, we're not responsible for what our employees do.
3 times.
All right. Based on what I'm listening to, I'm going, you know, and here's the thing. He can choose. He can either sue the hotel. Why didn't you sue the hotel?
I sued the person who did.
I know. He can sue you too, but out of curiosity, I would have sued both of them.
Well, I didn't.
You know how
want to
fast
sue
they would have settled if you would have sued both of them? You think they're going to hire a lawyer? The lawyer's going to charge him more than $715.
Right.
So then then there would have been a resolution. Anyway, all right, that's just word to the wise. In the meantime, based on everything I've heard, I am ordering a verdict in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of the $715, because he can choose to sue you or the hotel or both of you, and you would be jointly and severally liable. He can't collect twice, but and so he's chosen to sue you. Bad luck for you. You know, I see this as totally within the scope of your duties at the hotel, and I think that they should cover it. $715 verdict for the plaintiff.
The plaintiff gets some money to fix a spoiler. Have you ever been sued by someone who stayed at the hotel before? From the hotel?
Oh, not at this hotel.
Personally?
I've been sued before.
Really? Oh, well, in this case, are you a little angry with the hotel for not having you back here?
I'm not angry at the hotel at all. In fact, I was a little angry with the gentleman.
When he backed?
The plaintiff, for backing in to me. The hotel, we did all we could have to avoid any issues.
You just wanted him to show some concern for you.
That's all. He, backed
health,
into me,
right?
and and I had to conduct myself as respectfully.
Right.
I was not happy at the time.
I understand. All right, right down this way, okay? All right, thanks a lot. All right, so step on out here. You got your little spoiler there. How you feeling here?
I feel fine.
Yeah, good. Satisfied how this comes out here?
Yes.
What?
The truth won out.
Okay. Any truth to what he's saying about you not showing any concern at the scene? He's a little angry that you banged into him with the car and you didn't say anything.
Well, I didn't bang into him at the car. I put the car in drive, not reverse. We were putting the car back where it was. What he said was not true.
Whatever happened? Did he fall? Did he?
No.
Anything?
Not at all. Not at all. He pushed the car in. He broke the spoiler.
End of story.
End of the story. And that's
Judgment for you.
Yeah.
Harvey?
I think it's really weird that the plaintiff didn't sue the hotel, because the hotel, A, is responsible and B, has more money, but the bottom line is, has a right to sue the defendant as well.